What you wanna do?
God.
Halloween, indeed. We've got Jane from the wild.
Jane / Tarzana / cave woman, whatever one I look mostly like.
There you go. You've got that. I'm your co-host, Cleopatra.
Oh, I am the queen. Yes.
Thank you.
And I'm Les, but today you can call me Rosoldita Conchita Morales Consuelo.
I wasn't prepared for that.
I'm not prepared either.
I am in mourning. I am celebrating the death of my family members, honoring all the loved ones that I have
I'm glad
lost.
you're sitting in the middle because she's scaring me. That's scary. Love it though, but it's scary.
El Dia de los Muertos. Inspired by. Yes.
Did you get that last part?
I did not.
The accent came through me.
Inspired by.
Oh, okay. You know, I get breakdowns.
We came out of character
Yeah.
for you. So, Queen.
Yes.
Apparently, we've had one queen who has graced the top 10 charts in an international competition, winning best swimsuit and representing for the Bahamas like no other.
Indeed, indeed. The beauty pageant Miss Grand International happened recently, and Selvanique Right.
Yes.
From Grand Bahama, she took part in it and was in the top 10.
Top 10. Amazing. That is a big deal, girl. Snaps for you.
Snaps for you.
That is a
I'm
big
so
deal.
excited.
And I just want to officially claim she is my cousin. Not really, but we got our weave done in the same store one time.
Okay, so y'all know each other.
And so there's a bond. You've
Right.
seen me without my unit, so.
Right,
You know,
I got you.
I'll claim her. That's my cousin. But
Well, I claim
congratulations.
her too, honey. I got a unit today.
That boy, wig don't care who wear it.
Well,
That's
I,
different.
I have a veil. Does that count? I using it like a wig.
You
See,
got
I
some
can-
length.
Yeah.
Yes, congratulations. She looks absolutely amazing
Yeah.
in that gown.
That gown, I
Yes.
loved her night.
Like-
Congratulations.
But you know, there was a little tea on that pageant. One of the contestants, Miss Iceland, actually dropped out of the competition
Yes.
because allegedly some persons who were involved in the organization told her that she needed to lose weight.
And that's so
They
crazy
body
to
shamed
me.
her,
Yeah.
according to her.
That is so crazy because I've seen her picture and she looked
Me too,
absolutely
she looks fine.
fine.
She looks fine. Yeah.
But I don't get it. We're obviously not in pageants
Yeah.
and judging pageants and run them.
the
So
pageants are really tough. But you know, speaking of body shaming,
yeah.
okay, we had some kind of issues in our own town, Nassau. Some photos went viral.
Recently,
yeah.
yes.
Of
Yeah.
a gentleman and his wife who got married, and people obviously had a lot to say about him because of how he looks, his appearance, and people made comments. And I just think it's ridiculous. You know, it's
really
like
is.
mind your own business.
Exactly.
Like,
and just let people be who they are.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, somebody saw the wedding taking place, assumed that it was two females, decided to run with that story, and I knew that it really went to a ridiculous level when it went from WhatsApp news to the actual cover of a local
newspaper. That's insane.
And then followed up by that with a press conference that was also aired on local news, and I thought to myself, seriously?
yeah, it really
How
got out of
very
control.
insensitive.
We've come to this now.
But this is the world we live in now, right? Where people feel like they can address your body as if it's its own individual.
Exactly.
As if
Yeah.
as if they're talking to your body.
Has that
as
happened to
opposed
you? Any of you has that happened before?
I
that's
know
a-
people
that's a of
will
course
say
then.
things like,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh, you're a lot bigger than I thought."
Right, Bahamians are famous. Bahamians are the
does that
body
mean?
shaming champions of the world.
Yeah.
And it's always,
are.
they always feel they can comment on, you know, like when you go to your auntie house for Christmas or
Oh,
some
yes.
kind of something.
Oh, girl, you
After they
putting
don't
on
ask you
weight.
if you ain't married yet, the next
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Oh, girl, you get big. Oh,
You
girl,
get fat.
you lose weight. You know.
Yeah.
And why you, and Auntie Veronica, why are you asking me if I have put on weight and you're a little round yourself?
Oh.
Like focus on you and your husband and
Exactly.
his sweetheart and all those other people. Like mind your business.
Shame.
But Bahamians always feel the need to comment, and I think it's not people's place to put a spotlight on
No, I agree.
your insecurities or your flaws or whatever it is. And I find it interesting also as women of color. I feel like a lot of pressure is put on us in terms of body shaming. And even in the Bahamas, I've always found it interesting that female tourists will come to the country and they can walk downtown with their hot pocket hanging out and no one will say anything to them. But as soon as you as a Bahamian woman, you feel, it's a hot day, you may want to wear shorts, a crop top, a swimsuit, and people give you the dirtiest looks. They have the most to say about you. And I think they're just projecting their own insecurities onto you.
But I wonder why. It's like there's so many other things you can say to me, like, good afternoon. Hello.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How's your day
you
going?
today?
I really like you on that show. Please
Yeah.
stop addressing me by my body
Yeah.
first. And you know what? Maybe I don't look skinny. Maybe you're just getting bigger.
You had an incident recently, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I had a couple. I walked into
just
a local store and someone said to me, oh, you're that girl I see on my TV. Wow, you're so tiny. You're a little tiny girl. And I'm like, you're a little big person.
Oh God.
little
A
big
big,
person.
tiny. The thing is, a person's size is their business.
Don't dress
I mean,
that
I know sometimes on the other side of the coin, if I could play devil's advocate, some people may say a person looks unhealthy and they're just concerned. But my advice would be, if you feel someone is at an unhealthy state in their weight or
It's
whatever, one, you don't do it in a public forum.
exactly.
Two,
For
it's
you.
between them and their healthcare
Exactly.
provider. Not everyone who's big is unhealthy, and not everyone who's small is
Exactly.
unhealthy.
And-
You have to look at things like your body mass index and.
Yep.
So it's between
Not
that
only
person and their
that-
healthcare provider.
Not only that, you can't assume that everyone that you see that is not your ideal perfect
Right.
weight is unhappy with
Yeah.
themselves either. You
Exactly.
cannot assume that.
Yeah.
So it's like everything else in life.
But you know what's
Mind
what I
your
hate?
own business.
Here's the
Mind
thing.
your own business.
You know what I hate too? That it's women who are mostly subjected to this. It's never men. Nobody ever walks up to a guy and say, "Oh, your
Yeah.
junk's looking really, a little skinny there."
You know what? It's just the double-edged sword,
Yeah.
and the double standard that we live in. But ladies, I am going to switch gears now. And, of course, seeing as this is Halloween, we're all in our Halloween mode, dressed up in our costumes. We're going to see a lot of costumes and a lot of different looks this coming weekend. So I'm wondering, has Halloween become the ultimate excuse to dress naughty and thotty?
Well, first of all, I don't like the term thought. I'll just go there and say that because I don't know if we can say what the acronym is for, but they made it up and it's called that bleep over there. And I don't like it because it's another one of those terms. It's another one of those double standard terms where if a woman does something that a man does, she's a thought, she's a hoe, she's a slut, she's a this, is a that. I personally don't like the term. I think it's very tacky. But in terms of Halloween, I struggle so hard for a costume.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, Bahamas, this is a man's costume that my seamstress, aka my sister, had to take in because literally every
Came together
costume, thank you, every
Yeah, she
costume
did a good
was,
job.
sexy pickle, sexy Snow White, sexy
Yes.
nun. I literally saw a sexy nun outfit. I'm like,
You
nuns
just
don't dress like
serious?
that.
She just said sexy pickle.
Yeah, because everything was sexy. Things aren't even supposed to be sexy. I saw a ticket
That's crazy.
costume that was like sexy hot ticket. And most of these costumes in the stores here are actually adult role play bedroom
they
costumes
are.
that they bring in. But there's nothing wrong if you want to dress like that because I've been a sexy something. Like last year I was a sexy referee. But I think it speaks to how women aren't allowed to have a wide range of how they express themselves.
Yep.
It's either you're a vixen or you're a Mary, and they literally had a
But you
Mary
know what is
costume.
so ironic, though? I actually blame the manufacturers because when you really think about it, they're the ones that are pushing this agenda. Oh,
Yes.
these outfits have to be
to be
sexy.
sexy.
People are buying them
Because-
too, so
Well,
obviously
this
they're
is true.
reinforcing
This
this,
is true.
right?
Which is fine. I don't see a problem with someone buying a sexy outfit. As
Right,
a woman, you
but-
can express your sexual side.
Yeah.
And I think people always put women in this box of, oh, if you're not, you have to be sexy, or it's like you can't be both. And that's not true. We're 3D persons. We're 3D human beings, and we can be sexy at times. We can be homely at times. We can be educated. It's not, it's not like exclusive, mutually
I just
exclusive.
want to be a Power Ranger.
Go ahead and be
why
a Power
can't there be
Ranger.
a really cool
You know
spandex
what?
tights in like
Yeah,
turquoise?
there were no options.
No, yeah.
We went shopping, and locally there
And
are hardly
honestly,
any
if you
options.
were a Power Ranger in the manufacturing outfit, it probably would have been like a crop top.
No, it would have been a crotchless
You see what
Power
I'm
Ranger.
saying? You would have had
costume.
on
That's what it
some
would have
sort of,
been.
like Daisy
It can
Dukes
never
or
be just regular
something.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
ooh,
trust me, it was going
sexy
to be something.
nighttime ranger of my groin or something like that. It's always ridiculous. I'm sick of it. Okay, we need to start a petition or something.
Manufacturers.
Ladies,
Ranger
who
of my
want
groin.
Other,
It's not our fault.
I don't like it, so I'm gonna rate that. The local stores get some options for women.
gotta
Okay,
say-
the men had great options. The kids. We want fun things too. Okay?
Actually,
Cut that out. You know what to put.
Now, speaking of Halloween, seeing that we are so frustrated, we are drinking this Halloween weekend,
Yes,
ladies. And if
we
you know
are.
me, I like to, top up my everything with a little something. But seeing that it's the spirit of Halloween, I'm thinking of something dark and stormy. What's your drink preference for this Halloween season? What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
that's a good question. You know what? I have said it before, and I will say again. I'm not really a drinker.
Okay.
I may have a drink socially. I would consider myself a social drinker. I'd sip on something, a glass or something, and that'd be me for the night. So I like sweet things. I'd have something, sweet.
Sounds like a hot cup of Lipton. And I would like to have everything dark. Henny everything.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, gee, I just
Oh,
took
you
it all
showed-
the
you
way
showed
there.
it, girl. She just showed her true colors.
I'm sorry.
Y'all thought she was all cool? No.
I thought I was supposed to be Cleopatra
And it's,
today.
Mix
yeah,
it
I
up
was gonna
with
say
the
something. But
stew.
men with peasy chest hair drink Hennessy, and Anika drinks it as well. So that says a lot about her. Take it how
That
you
is
want.
deep. Oh my! You know
Take it
what?
how you want.
I still have to share a story with you guys off air with that when you said that just now.
You can't bring it up and not
I
say
don't
it.
say it.
No,
No,
I can't.
you have to say it.
Say it,
I hate when
Liz.
people do that. They're like, oh, I gotta tell you something.
Say
oh,
it.
never mind. Say
Well,
it.
It just
Say it.
I do actually know somebody that that is their favorite drink, and they happen to.
Have chest hair? That peasy? Well, that's okay. See, we're not body shaming anyone. Okay, we gotta get ourselves out of this.
So-
What are you
If you have-
drinking?
If you have peasy chest hair,
No,
if
no,
you're
no.
like
What are you
someone to
drinking?
love that up.
You are not ducking out of this.
What was that?
This is Henny.
What was that, Tracy? What?
Listen here.
Huh?
Halloween is not about drinking. Whatever you decide to do, make sure just as any time, be safe, because a lot of people do use this as an opportunity to prey on people having a good time in
Yeah,
costumes.
don't do that.
So whatever you decide to drink, Hennessy, Milo, water,
Hey.
do it safely. Do it safely. That's the most
Please.
important thing.
Yes, drink responsibly.
You need more people. We don't believe you. We will be talking a little bit more right after the break. You're watching The Stew.
Welcome back to The Stew, our Halloween edition. And right now we are so pleased to be joined by 23-year-old Bahamian singing sensation ChatOn so that we can get the scoop on his iTunes success and so much more. Please welcome ChatOn.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Happy to be here. Nice to meet you.
Pretty much Jane of the Jungle greeting.
There was full-on sound effects just now.
Girl, I gotta stay in character.
So, ChatOn.
That's my name.
Who is ChatOn? How did we come up with this name?
For those who know me, my original name is, my government name, I should say, Shaquille.
Government.
Government name.
The name you was born with.
The one on your passport.
Shaquille Farrington.
Okay.
And it's just a weird story behind the name for ChatOn. 6 is my favorite number, and I was like, I want a name that has 6 letters.
How does someone have a favorite number? What's that about?
I have a favorite number.
Really?
It was just special people.
How do you pick that? How do you pick a favorite number?
For special people.
Yeah, real special. Short bus.
So I just took the first 2 letters from my first name and the last 3 from my last name, Shaquille Farrington, and I'm ChatOn.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
You know, I had a feeling. I
yeah,
had a
so that's
feeling.
pretty much where it came from.
Yeah.
You're a musician. Please tell me how you got your start.
Well, yeah, for those I don't know, I'm an international recording artist.
Oh, international. Let them know.
Yes. Gotta
Right?
make sure I get
Fast.
everything in there. Yeah, so my music didn't really kick off for me like innately. It happened when I wasn't able to go off to college and I needed a different outlet to express myself, and that's pretty much how it started off for me. Writing poetry, and then it just happened to come out because I used to sing around the house. It wasn't really good, but I got better in time. Just had to work on that, and pretty much that's how it came about. Just writing poetry and turning them into melodies and going to the studio, and I'm like, I can do this. I can do this, yeah.
I have a question, because you mentioned earlier that you know, you really didn't go the college route, but you're focusing on your art. And you know, for a lot of Bahamian artists to say one, I'm an artist, mom and dad, I'm not going to college anymore, I'm going to focus on that, that's really difficult. So how was that transition for you to be able to say, you know what, I'm not going to do the school thing, I'm going to focus fully on my art and my music?
Well, you know, you just never know where life could take you, and at this present moment, I'm just focused on what it is that makes me happy, you know what I'm saying? Because I can always go back to school. I will go back to school, guys, don't worry. I want to do English literature just to kind of, you know, keen in on my writing skills. Because I think I'm dope now, but, you know, I always get better, you know? So that's pretty much what I plan to do. But my mom was okay with it because I'm not a bad kid. So I never made, like, bad choices. So I was like, I'm gonna just try it and see how it works out. I was always working, so I was able to, you know, financially support myself, thank God. So yeah.
I'm curious, what was the timeline between you making the decision to start writing through poetry and music to the point of becoming the success that you are on iTunes and other international charts?
Well, the timeline process was, let me see, I wrote my first song, blabbering. I wrote my first song in the 9th grade, all right? And then just taking a backseat from that, I started writing poetry again in high school. And then, you know, from graduating 2010 to 2011, when I recorded my first record, which sucked, but, you know, that was the first start to the road to success.
Right.
So, you know, from doing that, I'm like, I'm gonna just get better and better and better. And then 2012, I put out my, I guess another song, I'll say. It was around the same time when another local artist came out, so I didn't really get my time to shine because, you know, it was just me, and it's still just me doing everything on my own. But, you know, through that, I was like, I'm gonna just work on my album. And then I got with a producer here who's amazing. You guys, everyone probably knows who he is.
Sketch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that Make Me Over, right?
Yeah,
the one that you have the most success with right now.
Sketch pretty much
awesome.
produced 90% of my work.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yeah.
He's truly talented. Well, what I wanted to know, you know, Les talked about you being on the iTunes chart. So explain to people how that happened, because a lot of people may be saying, "What? We have an iTunes chart? Who is this guy? How did he get on iTunes? How did this happen?" So just break that down for us.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real. A lot of you out there, you are Android people, and that's totally fine. I forgive you.
No, I don't. I judge you.
I forgive you.
I'm judging you.
But okay, but it's every country has an iTunes chart, and pretty much based off sales and streams, because you know the Apple Music is now integrated with it and everything. So based off people that streaming music and purchasing music, that's pretty much how you chart on the iTunes charts, and that's pretty much how it worked out for me. Because my first album that came out last January 25th, I think, of last year. Forgive me. Yeah, but January last year, that peaked at number 4 on iTunes, and I was like,
nice.
oh, this happens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can continue now. Nice. So when I put this one out, I was like, can I get number 1? No, but it's cool. Like,
that's a big deal to be able to say that. But you know what I really wanted to know also? Your music video, I saw it, and one part that really stood out to me is when you took the glass bottle and broke it on the wall, and I started to think, man, this guy's really passionate. I'm feeling some Drake vibes, you know, lots of emotion there. And I'm wondering, what's the inspiration behind your songs? It seems like you have an interesting story behind the lyrics. Like, what's that all about? Did some girl break your heart? Did she break you?
Oh,
it's okay
Were
if she
you in
did.
love?
I
She just wasn't feeling what was going on.
It happens, you know.
Yeah.
I forgive you. But no, it wasn't really about the heartbreak aspect. For that song you're talking about is Highway Driving.
Yes, Highway Drive.
That's my current single. That's kind of top 40 now in Europe.
Nice. Congratulations.
That's amazing.
By the way. That's awesome.
Thank you. So with that music video, I was like, this story has to be right, because it would be kind of cliche and obvious if I just go and sit in a dope car and ride it on the highway, smoking, drinking with my boys in the car. No. So I was like, I'm gonna just tell a story.
You're gonna break some bottles.
Yeah.
ChatOn, you seem very self-aware, right? And very smart too. What kind of advice or tips would you give to young people who want to do what you do?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Honestly, just do it,
Love
because for this field, and I'm kind of like noticing it slowly. It's easy. It's not hard. You just have to do your research, and that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
You have to know what it is that you want to produce, and present who you are to the world. That's pretty much what I would tell them, and invest in yourself for Pete's sake.
And take advantage of social media, because social
That too,
media makes
yeah.
it so much more easier now.
And then even with the investing in yourself with social media, now they're giving you options to like promote things and pay
Right.
for things.
Yeah.
So when you invest in certain things that you want to, see the fruition of your investment come to life, just make sure that you're doing it the right way, because a dead investment makes no sense. So you have to know what you're doing. That's pretty much what I would tell anybody out there.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me.
Very much enjoyed, hearing about you and your success, and we look forward to seeing and hearing a whole lot more from you, ChatOn.
Most
And if
definitely.
you
And
need
you'll
a
be
video,
back.
Girl,
Cleopatra.
step back, girl.
I'll be a video.
I have space for everybody,
Just even
This
three
is,
fabulous
let's show them now. Like,
I'm
sing
here
a piece
for it.
of the
Call
song.
us.
Sing a
I'm
piece
here
of the
for
song,
it.
and I'll do my
We'll be back
my
with
music
more
video,
stew
girl.
after this.
That's how we're driving.
Yeah, driving. You're driving. Go ahead.
Welcome back to The Stew. It's time for your travel tip with Tap. Now, anyone who knows me off of social media knows that I love getting a good old stamp in my passport and experiencing new and exciting places. But you don't always have to travel for miles and miles to have a unique travel adventure. Why not try your own backyard? That's right, the Family Islands. Now, I'll admit, travel to the out islands can sometimes be a bit costly, but a great solution to that is a day trip. I recently traveled to the Exuma Keys for a day where I was able to pet stingrays, feed iguanas, wrestle sharks, snorkel, have an amazing meal, and even all-inclusive drinks, all for under $200. Another great thing about a day trip is not only can it be cost-effective, but for whatever reason, if you can't get vacation days, you can go on the weekend and be back in a couple of hours. That was your travel tip. Stay tuned for more of The Stew.
Rosalita Conchita Morales Consuelo, thanks you so much for joining us for
Hello,
our
Estas.
Halloween edition of this stew. And thank you so much to ChatOn for being here with us. We're looking out for big things from you, ChatOn,
muy bien.
Bahamian singing sensation. And last but certainly not least, thank you to Tap.
Yes.
She is our very first co-host to sit in for Janae, who will not be with us for a few episodes. Thank you so much for your travel tips
Thanks
and
for having
being here
me.
today.
Thank you.
We've thoroughly enjoyed it. And ladies and gentlemen, please, whatever you do for this Halloween weekend, do it sensibly and responsibly. Do not drink too much, and if you do not drive. Right, Cleopatra?
What does Miss Thang have to say?
Any final thoughts?
Queen of the Nile? I don't know. I think I'm mixing it up with a Bible story.
Be divine.
Really? Wait, I'll snatch this wig.
And that is all. Thank you for watching this too. Have a fabulous weekend.
When the vibe is right, we can talk about